It's January 3rd, and we're at camp.
And it's cold.
It's not as cold as it could be. But, again, it's January 3rd, and we're camping. That means we have kicked off, officially, our 2026 Camping Challenge. If you saw our last video, you already know what this is. But we have challenged ourselves to go camping every month of the year in our Sunray 109, come rain or shine. So when we saw that the temperatures were going to be in the 50s and 60s this weekend, the first weekend of January 2026, we seized the opportunity and found a place to go. Now the challenge really for us this time of year is to find a place that's still open and still has water on. So we have traveled to Salisaw, Oklahoma. We are at a KOA that's open all year round. Sallisaw KOA, I think it's the Salisaw Fort Smith West KOA.
Yeah.
Fantastic park.
Oh, it's a beautiful little park.
We'll tell you more about it in a second. You're probably wondering, what the heck are you doing in Sallisaw, Oklahoma? Well, there are a few things that have been on my bucket list for a while. And so we've been exploring today.
I should have brought my fishing rod. He's fishing out there.
I know he is fishing out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like I said, we've been exploring today, so let's tell you all about that. Well, I'm going to preface our adventure explanation and say that Graham woke up this morning not feeling too great. We think he has maybe a sinus infection.
Yeah, the whole of my, you can just probably see a bit of red there, but the whole down around there all swelled up this morning.
So, of course, our first stop was Walmart, as usual, for some sinus meds and other things that we forgot or have already run out
We're
of.
going to set a challenge one day and see if we go camping without going to Walmart.
I don't think we'll make that challenge. But then I made Graham stop at this little sort of roadside thing called the 14 Flags Museum. Our first stop is the 14 Flags Museum here in Salisaw, which is just kind of a little roadside thing. Although there is a sign down here that says National Historic Site, Judge Faulkner Home, 14 Flags Museum. So this is Judge Faulkner's cabin, as you can see. We've got a train car. Let's see if there's anything to see. National Register of Historic Places, 1980, March of 1980. This cabin was moved here. And we were just reading a placard about him that said he came into Oklahoma as a teamster in the Trail of Tears. He then had 4 wives, one of which was a Cherokee woman, which gave him full rights as a Cherokee citizen. And then he became judge of this county. It said as a Cherokee leader, he became judge of this county. That's crazy. Okay. Oh. Of old displays and some kind of creepy mannequins. First known picture of downtown Salisaw. Photo made in 1898. I learned last night that Salisaw got its name for the salt springs that were close by that they used to cure meat. And it's taken from a French word that means salt, I think. U.S. mail. Old general store stuff in here. We got some farm implements. This is all done by this 14 Flags Historical Society. Oh, Lattimore log cabin. This Lattimore cabin housed Union and Confederate soldiers at different times, obviously, and then was used as a stage stop. Was moved to this location in 1989, and they said over here somewhere, oh, right there, is a notched hole that they used to fire through to ward off enemies. Huh, that's pretty cool. My bad, this is the notched hole that they fired through. The train depot. There's the ticketing window. And this says the Trail of Tears Interpretive Center. Blair Cabin. And there's your 14 Flags. Okay, what'd you think of the 14 Flags Museum?
It's interesting. It's got a story behind it.
Yeah, if you take the time to stop and read it.
Yeah.
If you're ever in Salisaw, Oklahoma.
But you could easily miss it.
Yeah. Don't drive out of your way.
Yeah.
Like we did. That was really not on my bucket list. That was just something I saw on the map when we were coming down here. So, of course, I made him go. But something I did want to go to was Sequoyah's Cabin Museum. Sequoyah being a Cherokee leader who was instrumental in recording the Cherokee alphabet.
Yeah, he made the written word for the Cherokees.
And we learned about Sequoyah last year when we were at Sequoyah State Park in Oklahoma, out by Tahlequah, Oklahoma. In their nature center, they had a little exhibit about him. So I was interested to see this place. And the grounds of this little free museum they're beautiful. Beautiful park setting. And very, very informative and very worth driving out of your way for. At the Sequoyah Cabin Museum, this place is really beautiful. We have just spent a few minutes inside their visitor center, getting sort of the lay of the land from the man inside there, and very informative, and it's dog friendly. We just asked if we could bring Jack out. So we'll be spending a little bit of time here today. Okay, got our site map here. You are there. They have a very large picnic area out here. Of course, I can imagine like school groups coming out here for field trips. Freshwater spring. Sequoyah and his family got water for household use from this spring. We learned that Sequoyah was a Cherokee that was one of the Cherokees that were already residents out here before the removal. He's also instrumental in saving the Cherokee language, right?
Yeah.
There's the original spring. In 1936, the WPA built the stonework around here and used that spring to mix the concrete. Bronze statue of Sequoyah. Says the Fort Smith to Fort Gibson Military Road, which lies 1 mile south of this cabin, was one of the main routes used by the 5 tribes. We were at Fort Gibson this summer. I don't think that video's come out yet, but it will shortly. Another log home that they've had refurbished. Did he say they had things shipped to West Virginia for this one?
Yeah.
So this tells the story of how Sequoyah and his wife Sally moved from Tennessee to Alabama and then to Arkansas, and then the government signed a treaty moving them out of Arkansas. They traded their land holdings for one here in Oklahoma. He moved a couple times. Lee's Creek to Skin Bayou. Built this one-room log cabin, which he occupied until his death, 1843. After Sequoyah's death, his widow Sally lived here till 1855, and then she sold the cabin to the Blairs. The Blairs added on to the original cabin, and then in 1936, this cabin was acquired by the Oklahoma Historical Society. And the WPA built this stone structure over the cabin. Okay, here we go. Sequoyah's cabin. We have been granted permission to take Jackers inside. Fascinated by the typewriter. It says it's a Hermes bilingual English Cherokee typewriter used in Tahlequah, Oklahoma around 1975. Oh, and they even have a iPhone. I know there's a glare off this glass. With a conversation in Cherokee provided by the Cherokee Language Technology Program. In 1821, he returned to Arkansas to teach his language. In 1824, the Cherokee Nation General Council awarded him a silver medal and a literary pension for his work on the syllabary.
After everything that he achieved here, he left in 1842 to try and find a band of Cherokees that had gone to the Mexican territory. He died on his travels, and no one knows where his grave is. It's unmarked and unknown.
I'm pretty impressed by this.
Yeah.
This is so well done in here. Okay, so the gentleman inside the visitor center said to come check out this little cemetery next door, and we could find members of the Blair family that had Trail of Tears markers on their grave sites. And so there's one, George Blair, February 1887, 98 years. Whew, my gosh. And there's the Trail of Tears. Endured the forced removal of the Cherokees. And also the one next to him, Nancy, wife of George Blair, 86 years old. Don't worry, I'll wash my hands. Interesting history for sure. Okay, and then next up was the real thing that I came down here in this area for, which was Spiro Mounds Archaeological Center. Are you done with that dog?
Yeah, we just changed him over.
Okay. Spiro Mounds.
What? He wants to be on camera.
Oh. Spiro Mounds, about 30 minutes, 40 minutes south of Salisaw. It was an interesting stop.
It's part of the Mississippian civilization.
Mound builders.
Yeah, that happened 1,000 years ago.
Yep.
We've been to the Cahokia Mounds in Illinois a few years back. And this is a similar sort of thing.
Smaller mounds.
Yeah, smaller mounds, and it's not quite as well set up as the Cahokia because there's a lot of money involved in that one. But it's very interesting that there was a complete civilization here 1,000 years ago.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine 10,000 people.
And what finished it off
site.
was actually climate change. Back in the 1400s.
That a drought, right?
Yeah, it was what they call a mini ice age.
Yeah.
Which caused the drought, and all their agriculture dried up, and by 1600 it was all gone.
Yep.
But yes, it's a fascinating story.
Yeah.
And there's some really weird things that went on.
Practices.
Yeah.
That you won't know about unless you take the time to read stuff in the interpretive center. So, got to read, kids. There are 11 mounds out here at this archaeological site, plus a little interpretive center, and currently a little black dog who's making it very hard to walk and talk. This site, let me get Graham in frame.
I might go shooting off in a minute.
Yeah. This site does charge admission to get in. It's $10 for adults, $8 for seniors. A little bit less if you're a kid. But it gets you into the interpretive center and then access to the trails. And the trails are dog friendly. This is where we are.
Yeah, but this was the Mississippian people, and they traded as far as the Rockies, up as far as the Great Lakes, down into Mexico, and down into the tip of Florida. And the chiefs would wear beaten copper from Mexico and conch shells from southern Florida.
So just off the visitor center is the trail to the mounds. There's a longer trail if you go to the right. She said 45 minutes to an hour. Loops around the park. And a shorter trail to the left. 20 to 30 minutes. This that we're looking at is the Craig Mound. 11 mounds.
There's a map.
Yeah, it's hard to see. House mounds, most of them are house mounds.
She said go around the brown mound, didn't she? She showed the brown, yeah, that one there, look.
understand how YouTubers get anywhere if they have to stop and stage these shots all the time. It's crazy. House mound number 5. Is that it?
Oh, there?
No, there's a little mound right there. The wind picked up here and you can't really hear what he's saying, but basically he's explaining that the main temple that we're looking at, the Brown Mound, is where they had a sacred perpetual fire that was lit to rekindle the harvest every year. And there was a big ceremony that took place.
They basically had no one was allowed to eat.
They fasted for 3 days, right?
And they were given these drinks that made them vomit.
To
Real fun party.
Yeah, rid themselves of any evil spirits or something.
Yeah. That was only the men. The women and children weren't allowed in.
Women, children, and those convicted of murder.
Yeah. Or witchcraft.
And dogs.
And dogs.
Were not allowed in the ceremony.
Yeah.
The Mound Center stopped being used around 1450 AD. City abandoned around 1600. We're walking on top of the mound because they have a mud path here. This is where their ceremonies would have taken place. This is the plaza. There's mounds sort of encircling this.
It's a town square, church sanctuary, football stadium, and civic center.
We're going off grid here onto the grass path. Just out to this first sign to see what it says. There's all kinds of different scat out here on this path. Wild scat. And our doggo has been loving it. Lots of scents. Are you tired of walking the dog?
No.
If it was warmer, I would have taken the time to walk all over this joint.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this place?
If I had the time and the knowledge, I'd love to study it, you know?
Yeah.
It's got so much history behind it, but it's like everywhere else we go. There's so much of a story behind it that we don't know about, you know?
Mm-hmm. Anyway, we've had a fun day here, a fun Saturday in Salisaw.
Yeah.
I think we'd like to come back, and when in warmer weather, there's a pretty large lake just south of here, the Robert Kerr Reservoir. And of course, there's Corps of Engineer campgrounds around that lake that maybe we'd like to explore. It's an interesting area. The gentleman at the Sequoyah Cabin Museum turned us on to some other things around the area related to the Cherokee that we would like to explore as well. And
yeah, if any of the Cherokee Nation are listening, that guy is doing you a solid. He really is.
Yeah, he was so informative and engaging and really sold all the Cherokee heritage centers and things like that. Yeah, museums. That was a good experience there.
Yeah, it was.
Look what I got for Christmas.
It's not for you, it's for the blue caboose.
Okay, I know, but really, it was from my Secret Santa, so it's from me.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to put this right up here, and we're celebrating the start of our 2026 challenge. I mean, not that we're going to go to 50 states in 2026, but this is kicking off our challenge. I have been tasked with putting this on. Graham, do you want to tell them why you want me to put it on?
Because every time I do something like this, it always apparently goes crooked.
So he doesn't want to be blamed for it being crooked, so he's going to make me do it. So I have no one to blame but myself. I guess that's pretty smart. We've peeled it off. We want it
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want it Canadian border level?
No. No. How am I going to do this without getting air bubbles?
You ready?
Yes. Oh, you're getting air bubbles.
That's all right. It'll go down. Actually, we should have put it on wet. All right, let go of that one.
Wow. It doesn't show up very well on that black, does it?
No,
No. I didn't think about that.
they'll go down. They will, honestly. The sun will put them down.
Okay. I don't know if you can barely see it, but it's on. It comes with, obviously, stickers to go on it. So we calculated this morning that the Blue Caboose has camped in Missouri,
Missouri, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Kansas.
yes, the 4 states that we travel through a lot. So we're going to put those 4 on right now, starting with Missouri, her home state. Oh my God. Oh, I got it. I got it. Yes. Okay. Okay. Missouri's on. Do you want to do Arkansas?
Okay.
Don't get it crooked. There you go. We got a glare from the sun, but there it is. What do you think?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It'll look cute
Yeah.
once it has some more states on it. All right, Graham. Let's talk about this KOA.
It's lovely. It's quiet. Although you're like 400 yards from the main road, you can.
There is interstate noise.
Yeah. And last
other than
night,
that, it's
I didn't sleep very well last night, and there's an awful lot of trains come through. So,
Trains?
Yeah. You didn't hear the trains?
I did not hear the
Yeah,
trains.
the trains came through last night. But,
You really weren't sleeping well last
No.
night.
um,
But this park, we've stayed at a handful of KOAs.
Yeah.
And some are better than others, which everyone knows who's stayed at KOAs. But this one was surprising. And it has everything you would expect and more. Jack's being a pain right now. There's oh gosh, I can't even list everything that's here. There's a swimming pool, a playground, a pavilion. There's a little gem mining thing for the kids. There's a
Gaga Ball, whatever
Gaga
that
ball,
is.
water wars place, volleyball, cornhole, ladder ball,
There's a
horse-
fishing lake.
horseshoe pits, a nature trail. There is a tornado shelter because again, we're in Salisaw, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
They've got, of course, cabins and lots of different sites, including sites for like big rigs, a nice camp store, a recreation room, a laundry facility that's open 24 hours. We don't often stay at places like this, so we're kind of blown away when we do, and it's got this much stuff. Of course, it's January, so
Yeah, if you had kids,
yeah.
in the summer, this would be the perfect place to bring them because you can just throw them over on the park there.
And of course, Jack's favorite, the canine camp, the dog pen.
Yeah. Camp Canine. Yeah.
Camp K9, yep. So if you're ever crossing across on I-40, need to stop in Salisaw, Oklahoma, we definitely recommend this place. We even got a free upgrade because we booked a putsy little back-end site, and we got here yesterday, and she said, we're going to give you a free upgrade.
So we're gonna pull through.
We got to pull through. Yeah. And there's surprisingly quite a few people here for January. Traveling through. Some of them look like they live here, but
We were doing like most campers do last night. We were watching all the big rigs coming in.
all the traffic through the campground. There were some big ones came
Yeah.
through last night. But yeah, it's nice and clean, and they have trash pickup for you, and I don't know, just couldn't probably say enough good things about it. So, January, in the books, man.
11 more to go.
11 more to go. February, what do you think? February is going to be
Cold.
I bet
Yeah.
February is going to be cold.
Yeah.
We were not going to get this lucky in February.
I might leave the dog home that day.
Yeah. Yes, but Jack has been enjoying himself as well.
He's done some pretty hard walking today.
Yeah.
You'll sleep well tonight.
Anyway, if you've made it this far, thanks for tuning in. Give us a like, drop us a comment, let us know that you've watched our video, and of course, subscribe because you want to see if we're going to make this challenge or not, or if we wuss out in February. We're not wussing out.
No, we're not.
Happy 2026, everybody.
Yeah, Happy New Year. Everyone.
Thanks for watching. It's 7 o'clock, 42 degrees. Making some hot beverages. My camera will not do this justice, but there's the big wolf full moon up there. And I know you probably can't see this, but I can I can see my own breath. It's that cold. Still, January's in the books.